Hello everyone. Our today's topic is analysis of arches. So basically what does mean by arch? Arch is a curved beam in which horizontal movement at a support is wholly or partially prevented. Hence there will be a horizontal thrust included at the supports. The shape of an arch does not change with loading and therefore some bending may occur. Arch can be used to reduce the bending moments in long span structures. Essentially, an arch acts as an inverted cable, so it receives its load mainly in compression, although because of its rigidity. It also resists some bending and shear depending upon how it is loaded and shaped. When an arch is subjected to uniformly distributed vertical load, then only compression forces will be resisted by the arches. Under these conditions, the shape of arch is also called as funicular arch because no bending or shear forces occurs within the arch. There are many advantages of arches over the beam. Like for same loading and same span, the bending moment in arch section is smaller than bending moment in a beam section at same location. Second advantage is for long span, arch section are cheaper due to thinner cross section needed for less bending moment. Arch can be classified into three categories. First category is based on material used. Second category is based on structural behavior. Third category is based on loaded area. First of all, based on material use. It is divided into three types. First type is steel arches, second type is reinforced concrete arch, third type is masonry arch. Again, second type is based on structural behavior. Again, it is divided into three types. First one is a 3-hinge arch, second one is 2-hinge arch, and last one is fixed arch. And last category, that is based on loaded area, again it is divided into two types. First one is a open arch and second one is a closed arch. So in today's lecture we are going to focus on the categories which is based on structural behavior. Into this we are going to study 3-hinge arches. 3-hinge arches is also known as determinate arch. 3-hinge arch is a statically determinate structure. There are 4 unknown reactions and 3 equations of equilibrium and 1 extra condition of equilibrium, that is moment at crown, that is moment at internal hinge. So degree of static indeterminacy of 3-hinge arch is 0. Hence it is called as a determinate arch. Second type is 2-hinge arch. As its name indicates, it consists of 2 hinges which is at support. 2-hinge arch is statically indeterminate structure of first degree. There are 4 unknown reactions and only 3 equations of equilibrium are available. So degree of static indeterminacy is 1. Hence it is called as indeterminate arch. Last type is fixed arches. Fixed arches are also called as hingeless arches. The fixed arch is statically indeterminate structure to third degree. There are 6 unknown reactions and only 3 equations of equilibrium are available. So, degree of static indeterminacy for fixed arches is 3. Hence, it is indeterminate arch. Now in this lecture we are going to study the design or the analysis of 2-hinge arches. So steps for analysis of 3-hinge arches are: step number 1 is to find reaction component. We have to draw free body diagram of arch and take 2 reaction component at each support and apply summation of all vertical forces is equal to 0. Second one, summation of all movement is equal to 0 about any support and last one moment, that is moment at crown, is equal to 0. Step number 2 is to find normal thrust and radial shear at any section, and step number 3 is to find bending moment at any section by using equation mx. Let us consider an example. A 3-hinge parabolic arch having span is equal to 50 meters and rise is 15 meter, which carries a load of 10 kilonewton at quarter span as shown in figure. Calculate the total reaction at the hinges. As diagram indicate, we have given a 3-hinge parabolic arch which consists of span of 50 meters and rise of 15 meters. It consists of a point load of 10 kilonewton which is acting at a quarter span from left hand support. So step number 1 is to find the reaction. So apply conditions of equilibrium. So first condition is summation of fx is equal to 0. We will get summation of HA is equal to HB. Apply second condition of equilibrium, that is summation of f of y is equal to 0. Here we have to take summation of all vertical forces and we will get equation VA plus VB is equal to 10. Consider this as a equation number 1. Now take a moment at a particular moment at point A. We will get VA into VB into 50, which is going in anti-clockwise direction, so sign is negative. Next, plus 10 into 12.5 is equal to 0. By solving this equation, we will get value of VA and VB. Now apply moment at point C is equal to 0. We have to take right portion of arch from C. So VB into 50 minus VB into HB into 15 is equal to 0. Here put value of VB is equal to 2.5 kilonewton, which is going in vertical direction. We will get value of HB. HB is equal to 4.17 kilonewton, which is going in negative x-axis. Now similarly, by using our first equilibrium condition, that is HA must be is equal to HE. So we will get value of HA and HB is equal to 4.17. Now last step is to find out the reaction, that is reaction RA. Reaction RA is given by under root of HA square plus VA square. Here we have value of HA and VA. HA is 4.17 and VA is 7.5. From this equation we will get reaction RA. So RA is equal to 8.581 kilonewton. Similarly, we have to solve angle alpha. Alpha is given by tan inverse of VA divided by HA. So put value of VA and HA in this equation. We will get tan of alpha, that is alpha is equal to 30.94 degrees. In next lecture, we are going to solve 2-hinge arches. Thank you.